All right, so let's continue that table you had already seen in the previous video, okay? So remember, what teacher is doing here is not reporting sentences. I am going through all the verb tenses we have already studied and trying to help you identify which verb tense is the past of which verb tense, okay? So in the previous video we practiced all the present tenses and the equivalent in past, all the past tenses and the equivalent in past tenses. Now I have two sentences about future, and we are going to see the probable past of these futures. I will drink it. Will, simple future. The past of will, students, is, so the past of will is would, students. You're going to say, I would drink it. Okay? So if you have to put the auxiliary in past, and you will have to do it in reported speech, it is going to be would, the auxiliary. I'm going to drink it is the near future, right? So am going to, it's pretty easy because the past of am is was. So you're going to say in number 10, I was going to drink it. I was going to drink it, okay? Now, the ones you have to work, not only the reported speech, but also the interpretation, are the modal verbs, students. I can do it. Can here refers to capacity. So the past of capacity that we have studied since lesson 4, we have two possibilities. Here indicates capacity, right? Capacity. You might use the past of can, could, or there is the verb be able to. You can use was able to. There are two possibilities. Modal verbs have more variety. So, 11. I can do it. The past can be I could do it. Or, we are talking about capacity, we have the possibility of saying I was able to do it. And it's the past as well, okay? So modal verbs, it's a good idea, follow my advice, to go back to unit 4 and see the possible past forms, okay? See, I have already written 3 sentences with modals here. May, it may happen to you, may indicating a probability or possibility. The past of modal verbs that indicate probability or possibility, I doubt you remember, students. Oh, teacher is challenging you. Students, it may have happened to you. That's why I said return to unit 4, because in unit 4, when teacher gave the list of modal verbs that indicate probability, I said must, 100%, remember? Must, may, might, could. In the same lesson I said the past is must have plus past participle, may have plus past participle. Attention in modal verbs, huh? You should write it. Past of should, surprise. You should have written it. Okay. Must. You must memorize it. It's the must that indicates obligation. In unit 4, the past of must, teacher told you, there are 2 possibilities. The verb have in past, had to, or be allowed to in past. So here we have 2 possibilities. Huh? You had to memorize memorized. Or if you don't want to use had to, you were allowed to memorize it. So you can use were because I'm using you, right? Were allowed to. Verb tenses, that's the way I believe I might help you, okay? Now, just a curiosity I have here. If a sentence comes with today, and I'm reporting this sentence 1 year later, so it's not today anymore. Any idea how I can put today in past? Quite easy, students. Today, that day. Okay, that represents the past, it's pretty easy. Tonight, that night. Tomorrow in past. Two possibilities. The day after. Next day. Okay. Yesterday. Yesterday. The day before. Okay. Last day. Okay. All right. Just for you not to make a mistake. Okay. Well, that's all I can tell you about reported speech. Don't get stressed out, students. Remember, this is more in writing. Okay. We have a few exercises coming up, and I believe you are going to get it. Okay. It's just for writing, right? Nobody's going to speak this, because how can you speak like that in reported speech? That means you have to have the best of the greatest minds in the planet. You have to memorize word by word a person has spoken, and then you must report word by word. So that's impossible. So what you're going to do, you're going to report what you read, what you heard in simple past. The person has talked to you for 3 hours, and then your friend says, what did you talk about? We talked about life. Okay? Or you can say, that person complained about life. Okay? We were wondering how beautiful life is. And 1 hour of conversation in one sentence. The worst is this in writing, because you have to report word by word. Okay? All right? So that is it, really.